Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on.
Yes, I'm high. Yes, every wanna get to this guy. Yes, go out tonight, I just might. Yes, style cleaner than yours, so don't buy. Yes, I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
Hey everybody, it is BusyBlu and So Debonair. We are here with another episode of Basketball Wives recap and review. We want to make sure that we're here with the basketball hoes. So Deb's still getting his computer together. I can hear you. What's wrong? You can't hear me? I can hear him.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, he just can't hear me. But we can hear you. Let me mute your mic. But yeah, so we are here. We are really excited. We're gonna say hello to everybody. Hey, no, y'all must be from the tribe. She said impatiently waiting, not waiting impatiently. What's up, Miss Ree? Oh, that's the only person you know. Oh, okay. What's up, Aries Sun? Hey, boss lady Ross. Hey, lovely 31 blueprint. Hey Marissa. Oh, sorry, I muted you if you're trying to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you the whole time.
I couldn't hear you though. I can hear now.
Okay. And hey, Tony M. Robinson, we want to thank all of y'all so much for coming into this recap and review. Make sure you put your bees or your champagne stuff, whatever that they have over there, into the chat as we get into this recap and review. Before we start with that, let's do a quick catch up. How you doing today, So Deb?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Boss Lady Ross, your power is out, but you on the internet? What's going on? But I'm doing well. How's school? Because it hasn't school started?
Yes, school. This is our third week in school right now.
Oh, yes, because it's Atlanta. We just started school this week.
Okay, yeah. We've been on. I'm about to bring in Cindy. We've been there for 3 weeks now. Some things have happened. I think I talked about that already, but yeah, this is a lot's been going on so far. It's on the third week. You
got your tooth back?
No, I get it back on Friday.
Okay. Well, you don't get it back. I guess you get a new one.
Yeah, That's right.
But that's good. What's up, Cindy? How's your week been?
Hey guys, it's been good. Glad to be here on Tuesday. We're gonna have a lot to talk about. A
ton. My week was good. We did not do anything. We had a staycation this weekend, so we caught up on a whole lot of TV shows. I love Gordon Ramsay. I'm like actually kind of obsessed with him. So we caught up on Master Chef. So we made sure that we watched all of those. We caught up on the Bride.
They want to go to Generations.
This season, it's this season that they're doing Generation.
Okay,
when I say I almost came online because I was very upset with Kamaya. I almost came. Oh, Kamay. I keep calling her Kamaya, but Kamay. I was very upset with how she was acting that whole entire time. I almost did a review, and I was like, "No, do you want to do one of these random recaps about this because it's just too much?" But she had me heated. I was in flames, and then we watched. We caught up on that. We caught up on Claim to Fame, which is a show about people who are kind of related to celebrities. And then we caught up on Surreal Life, and College Hill. And then we got a chance to watch Inside Out 2, which if you all haven't seen it, and this is for adults as well, it was so good. And as a person who has struggled with anxiety and depression, it hit me in my heart. It was such a good. This one was really. Now I cried at the first one, and I ain't got no children, so we waited for it to come out in streaming. And then it wouldn't be as weird as going to the movie theater because I ain't got no kids on my hand. Well, I guess I could bring my partner. Kind of, he's short enough to be a child, but it was really good. We really seriously did enjoy it. And then on Sunday we went. Yeah, he's like about 5'4", so I can bring him as my child. Okay.
Where did you see Inside Out 2 on Disney?
It's on. We watched it on Prime.
On Prime, okay.
Yeah, on Prime. And then on Sunday, we went to a voter registration event. It was a drag brunch held by Candace from the Real Housewives of Potomac, Karen Huger, and the guy from Summer House. It was a really, really, really good event. I got a chance to talk to Candace, so it was good to catch up with her. Karen, in my opinion, the lady had a little bit of sauce, but she gave some insight of what was going on this season, so that was exciting. And then the drag queens was really cool. They did it in a way in which each drag queen performed or did a montage as a Real Housewife of whatever city they were from. So it was good to watch. It was good to see it. Overall, I had a really good weekend. It's not like I didn't do anything, okay? I'm eating the girls up out here, okay?
No, that sounds great. I don't follow that particular housewife, so I don't really know those people. So, but I mean, I love drag queens and RuPaul's Drag Race. Were any of the RuPaul girls there?
No, none of the RuPaul girls were there. But the woman who was there, her name was something Ru. She was amazing. She was a Philadelphia drag queen. She was awesome, like awesome. I will say I had met a new colleague of mine in my company, and I was just doing an introduction just to see who she was and if we're gonna match because she Black. Because I was like, and I try to make sure that I talk to all the Black employees. And as we were talking, she was like, "Do you like Real Housewives?" And I was like, "Girl, yes, I do." And then she pulled up a Not for Lazy Moms cup, and I had to end the call abruptly. I had to end the call abruptly.
Oh no!
So I hope that colleague is doing well. However you are out there, but I'm not gonna talk to him, Monique Stan. It's just not. I'm never gonna do it.
Right. All right, well, let's move on.
Let's get into this episode, y'all. So, as we always do over here on the scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, let's rate this episode. I'll start with you, Cindy.
I'm going to give it a 7. Okay. That's a pretty high rating for me. I'm going to give it a 7. And hey to everybody in the chat. I see the shout outs and I appreciate the love.
What you going to give it, Deb?
I'm on the fence of the rating because I want to rate it for different reasons. I don't know. To me, it was a really good episode because it was almost like Evelyn and Jackie switched places with the craziness or stuff that was going on, and I kind of
liked it a little bit, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I would give it like a 8, 7.
Okay, I'm gonna give it an 8.
We're on the same page. You're on an 8. Okay.
I'm gonna give it an 8 because I felt like the construction. I don't know who these new staff are who are doing the editing. I don't know who the new producers are, but the stories are coming together. They're interweaving. They're interconnecting. I don't feel lost or confused. Now, I do feel lost and confused about how the girls are acting, but it showcases how this friendship or how friendships in general ebb and flow, how things go up and down and how they're reacting. So I was like, this was one of the first seasons that it seemed like this is all connected. It seemed well connected, not this just disjointed mess. I was here for it. So shout out to y'all on production.
I think it's also like good because this season, like, we don't have a bunch of girls that are trying to like over or outdo each other.
Are we sure?
It doesn't. I mean.
No, he's right. They like in the past they tried to like I'm better than because and I'm better than, whereas this time it's like poor communication. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's get it. Let's hop straight into the episode. Evelyn is looking. Evelyn is doing a model search for a showcase that she's gonna have before she has a showcase for the public.
Right.
She wants to have a showcase for her friends, and she's looking for models to put on clothes so her friends can see it
And
before
influence
she
and
decides.
influencers and influencers.
And influencers before she decides it, which was strange to me, whether or not I'm gonna invest in it. What do you mean whether or not you're gonna invest in it? In the beginning of the season, y'all had spent all this money on clothes y'all couldn't use because it didn't stretch. You already been investing in it.
No, that was for the other.
That was for the workout stuff.
Oh, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, this is for maxi dresses.
So this maxi dress is different than what she was talking about in the beginning. So we never even got an ending to what was going on with the.
We did. She said she wasn't going to use them because that material didn't work.
So now she's not even doing that gear anymore?
She still does that gear. She's just not using that fabric.
That fabric and that design was what she wasn't going to use.
I could have sworn this whole thing was about this whole. I guess I'm.
No, remember because they did the photo shoot with the stuff that she did choose to use.
I saw that, but I thought that then this was gonna unveil like another aspect of the like Savage Fenty with the you got pajamas, you got underwear, you got this.
She's been doing those bodysuits for a long time. Like all the girls, all the housewives girls wear them all the time.
So I thought that this would just be another aspect of that.
But that's what she was trying to do. She said she wanted to try to incorporate the maxi dresses. So before she did spend the money to incorporate them, she wanted to get a read on if people were interested in the designs.
Okay, that's interesting.
I'm sorry she didn't do maxi dresses first.
No, if she had her store, remember in Miami in the first season, she
Dulce, whatever they call it.
Exactly. That's when she was doing the maxi dresses, but as of recent, she has only really been doing the workout stuff and the earrings and that sort of stuff.
She got her booty injected, so now she can use the maxi dresses now more.
Stop.
You think she got a booty injections?
It was given. Now Evelyn from Miami does not look like this Evelyn.
But this is also older Evelyn too.
An older Evelyn. She's gained a little weight as well.
Yeah.
And it's only gone to her glutes.
No.
I don't think she got injections.
I don't know.
Natural to me.
You've seen them?
I'm saying from this.
She's talked about it. She said that she's had her boobs done. She has, and you have to keep in mind she's Puerto Rican. They are more curvy.
They look curvy. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's just she's gotten older and she's gained a little weight. So it is what it is. But we're not even at that event yet. We're still at her casting.
That's true. So
I'm with Julia in the chat too, though. I am tired of the butterflies.
She has been doing the butterflies for like 20 years.
I'm like, girl, find something else. I'm sick of them.
So that wasn't that important. Then we get to Jennifer and Christian about this restitution. The media, the blogs, everybody's picking up on it. They said it was $250,000. I think I was watching Layla Lynn today. Shout out to Layla Lynn. She was saying that it was only $12,000. So what's the $250,000 from?
Right. I mean, I don't know.
He's trying to say all together that's what it was with all the payments that he's made, but that's what was left. But I guess when Jennifer asked him, that was the total of the whole amount. To me, it's like Missy Elliott said, when I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. Right. Like we don't know what we get in when he tells us this story. Tomorrow it could be something else about what was added on to this bill.
Right. And from my thoughts regarding that is that I don't believe anything that he says. I'm tired of hearing about it. What I am really tired of this season is why aren't you working, trying to fix that story and restitution instead of filming with her? Why are you in every scene? Why are you filming? And again, I sent SoDeb some stuff last week and this week about that amount. We have real lawyers saying and showing the paperwork of what he really owes. So it's just cringy and embarrassing to keep hearing that number, $250. It's not true.
I think my thing is that because he's doing that Forex trading stuff, and to me, it's always going to come off as that Ponzi scheme thing. Because even like during COVID, I tried to do the Forex thing, but they never really want to show you how to do the trading. They just want you to get other people to join the
I would say day trading is a real career.
People know it really is, but I'm saying I think the company that he worked for, because even the one that I had joined, what the lady had took everybody's money and left.
Right, but that's what they're claiming that he's doing is that they, there's allegedly that he's not a license to do this, and they said that there's I think a minimum of a 2,500 investment, and he has not returned on any of the investments, but yet and still he has money to go around the world with Jen, which means that he's using the money, because what else is he doing other than filming with her?
And I was going to say this. Luckily,
so Cindy, we just gonna ignore the fact that so them guys.
No. I didn't get scammed because I never paid anything into it. The lady wanted me to help her with social media, and so I did. But like the people that were paying into this thing, and like one day there's like a group chat on Telegram, and
it was like y'all see Cindy. No,
they're
haven't heard from her.
But
I gave her my $250,000. She said she was going to invest in it. I haven't been. She hasn't picked up the phone. They said it was disconnected.
But no, I wanted to say. I think the reason why people think that is because, again, when they are doing those group things like that, they aren't. Their main thing is not to teach you how to trade. Their main thing is to get more people to join. But you're like, well, wow, like what's the what can I tell people if I don't even know what to do?
Yeah, but you cannot say that you're doing this and you don't have a license. His website now is defunct. So what do you do? And then yet and still you're on IG posting pictures of you in Italy, and what are you doing, sir?
And you have an ankle bracelet on, girl, and you shouldn't even be leaving nowhere.
Did you watch the interview that he did?
Apparently he
with Carlos King?
The state of Georgia. He
wasn't even supposed to leave the state of. No. That's what has been killing me. But also, how can we prove? I mean, I guess this episode, yes. Can we prove? Can we prove where they have been in these scenes is Georgia? Now they was walking out in LA. Now that was undeniable.
That's the point. That's the point, Busy. It's like Jen lives in California, so he's been with Jen. We can see him on camera. So,
but he told Carlos that it was paid off now.
He's lying. He's a scammer.
So I don't know.
And that's how she's putting together her next documentaries. And kudos to Jen. Okay. So then we get to Glorilla and Brandi. Glorilla, I don't know. I never knew how to swim before, so I decided I'm gonna take swim lessons because one of these girls may push me off the boat. So now I'm gonna swim. Now what I did love about the beginning of the scene, at least, was her being vulnerable, because a lot of people, especially Black people, they don't know how to swim.
Yep.
And acknowledging the fact that, you know what, I need to get now. She did say, I needed something secret somewhere private where no one can see me.
Which I thought was hilarious because it's the truth.
But girl, just get in the pool with these little kids. Anybody, we don't know how to swim. If you don't know how to swim, you don't know how to swim. You got to learn.
But I think it's one of those things, Busy, like therapy. Like in our community, in the Black community, people are embarrassed to do it for whatever reason. And I felt like she was embarrassed because you are like a grown woman and has a child who's large on her own. Yeah. And she does not know how to swim, and I think.
But imagine them catching her at preschool learning how to swim, though.
Exactly. I think that's what discourages adults to want to learn. To be honest,
I mean, they have adult swimming classes, though.
That's what she kind of was in. No, she wasn't. She did independent class. Do y'all both know how to swim?
I do.
I
took swimming lessons as a kid.
Me too.
I had you can't graduate with a College of Arts and Sciences degree at Howard University unless you take swimming.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It is a requirement.
Yeah. But I didn't need to see the scene, but okay. I just thought it was
I thought it was good. Okay. It could have been one of those shorts that they like to play for us. But because Brandi was there and she was being the best, I like this little ethereal thing that Brandi got going on in the.
I've been trying to figure that out.
Professional, I do like it. I don't know if she's trying to be Muslim, but I do like the little things she got going on in the confessional. So they're getting ready for Mexico. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
No. I think at the end of the swimming, I think that's why they had the scene was when Jocelyn and Brandi sat down, and Brandi was like, I think that Brooke is mad at me.
Oh no, before that, I don't know if I didn't catch it in these other episodes.
Mm-hmm.
When she was like, I didn't even get to get a chance to spend more than 24 hours with my wife. I got a chance to spend.
Right.
How long was the late? Did she show up for the wedding and go right back out?
Yeah, she said last episode she had to go, but she had to go to
What
work.
is this marriage?
She said that she plays basketball all 4 seasons.
Yeah.
I don't. Won't she always be missing her then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless she moved with her.
And she said that she's okay with it. She understands. She understands what she accepted, and her wife, and you know.
Oh, that's dope. Julia said they teach swimming in elementary school there.
It's just I don't
think
have
a
lot of questions.
I can do it.
I have a lot of questions, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Then we get to what Cindy was talking about. Go ahead, Cindy.
So again, then after the cheering, I think this is why they even aired the scene, was so that they could have their little sit down,
That
talk
was
about
shady, Cindy.
about that. I'm whatever. So then they talk about that. What are your thoughts on it, Busy?
I think that I'm on Brooke's side throughout this whole entire time. Evelyn,
What?
I am.
Okay.
I think a lot of it is one, when I was forgiving Jackie, doing all of these things, and trying to make amends, trying to be the peacemaker, everybody was yelling at me. You was even yelling at me after we went to the attacky.
Wait, we're not talking about her yet.
Where are we right now?
We're talking about Jocelyn and Brandi and Brandi
and Brooke
and Brandy and Brooke, and so because she started out saying,
well, I feel like it was all together. She's like, well, I feel like
they don't even know nothing about
because we were talking about her relationship, but all of us were talking about her relationship. And the person who made her relationship made this thing larger was Evelyn.
You're right, but okay. So to go all the way back, she basically said your wedding was beautiful, and she was like, "Thank you." And
I love the 20 minutes your wife spent with you there.
Right, and since you girls ate my food before my guests, but she basically was saying, like, I think Brooke is mad at me because we were all talking about Brooke, and again, and like I told you guys, and I don't want to just be like I told you so, but I did tell you guys so. That was the problem. And you guys kept saying, I don't see what her trying to protect her friend is. The problem wasn't her trying to protect her friend. The problem was that she did not go to her so-called quote unquote friend and talk about her stuff with her first. And it's not right for her to share her stuff or be,
I agree with that.
Okay.
But isn't Jennifer her friend too?
She is. But
Jennifer and Jennifer's talking cash money shit at the same time, and she's not. Nobody's talking about Jennifer.
But she didn't know that information yet.
No, she didn't. And also, when they showed the clip of the flashback of Jen, she was sitting there. She goes, "What I don't like is that they were comparing her to me and Christian."
She's like, "Cause my scammer, me and him got together. We got together way longer than this."
Right.
He may not be able to leave the United States and he got all this stuff going on, but we are not the same as him.
Right. And so Jen wasn't the one talking shit and being like, the fairy tale's over. Brandi was doing that. And I understand, okay, you have your opinion, girl, but you can't, like I said last week, and I kept saying it all of the time that we were talking about it. You can't be a shit talker about somebody else's relationship when your relationship is not the best.
I mean, I think those people I trust.
Right.
Girl, you don't know what a relationship looks like, so tell me if mine is fucked up too.
Exactly.
I feel like Brandi just doesn't give a damn anymore because everybody got a lot of stuff about hers. So let me talk about y'all's too. Shit, we all got opinions.
Yeah, but
she did eat her up at Evelyn's event, and I can't wait. She ate her up, mama. I'm sorry, Cindy. She ate her up. She gobbled the girl up and she gobbled her down. She ain't leave no crumbs. Brandi did eat her up. I mean, then Evelyn came and ate her up.
And Ev did not care because what she said, just like you said at one point, Busy, she said what she said, and I said it last week. I said what I said, and I meant what I said. And so that's that.
I'm just saying, when we get to that scene, I just want y'all to know, Brooke ate Brandi.
Let's get to it.
No, Brandi ate Brooke, and then Evelyn ate Brandi.
Yes.
True. That's true.
I feel like this is giving Brandi a tougher skin, though, which I'm enjoying. So go ahead, though. And I got my
But I don't
compliment from Brandi.
understand. See, the way
Why
that
you want black women to go through struggle so much?
I don't want. I mean, they're doing it with each other. That's not for me. But I'm just saying, Brandi's been going through this for so long. I feel like this season is giving. Like, I really don't. I mean, like, talk about it, but give me something else. Like, I mean, we've been talking about this for how long? You don't even have a husband, and you're talking to me about this. You over here imagining the man that you had after yesterday you met, and it doesn't work.
But not having a husband is a choice, and it's better than having a cheater husband that you decide to stay
and
with.
also
So
choosing your cheater husband and staying with him is a choice too. They all make a choice.
I understand that, but then don't talk about other people's situation if you don't want yours talked about.
I don't think that what Brandi was doing was negative. I think they come with negativity with her relationship now because it was happening all the time. Negative. Brandi is coming to. She's always been talking to Brooke about the relationship in positivity. Like, girl, this doesn't make sense.
It was being negative. So Deb, we're not. I don't want to jump ahead, but when we get there, let me just make this point. She was being negative because Brooke took it as a negative. And with that comment about the fairy tales over. So let's. But
I'm talking about before that comment, like episodes ago, when she first talked with Brooke, it wasn't that type of conversation.
It was that type of. I told you that I felt like she was being rude and negative when they came to that the cake with the pool and the mama fell out drunk.
And everybody was drunk.
That party? Yeah.
I love that party so much. Shout out to wherever Brooke's mother is. And whatever couch she's laying down on and drunk. Shout out to that. Let's move on to this Evelyn and Jackie scene, which I saw a lot of comments online that said, Shawty told Evelyn, keep playing with me, you'll be off the show.
And I feel like she did.
Do what I need. I do what I tell you to do. And Evelyn was like, girl, I don't care either way. I'm not going to talk to these girls after this anyway. So
let me just if we're playing the game, let's fucking play a game. Shit,
let's do it.
Give me something to drink and let's go at it.
She said, she wants to meet up with Jackie. She said she had a conversation with Shawnee and, they showed these fake ass text messages. It was like, oh, girl, get it kind of transit that. I know those text messages didn't look like that. You know what? If I had no time, I would have made some fake ones. It was like, girl, you know that bitch is lying. I'm not talking to that crazy ass whore girl where nobody is, but the network said that's what I would have put together. So they sit down. I thought what was interesting is that they got there and they were like, so do we, you want to, right. It was two robots malfunctioning. Do we hug? Do you, we good or how do we do it?
Of Bloods today? Like what are we doing
So what we doing? So
gang.
I love Evelyn sitting.
I feel like Jackie already came in with that energy of being more calm. So that's why I think Ev kind of initially like just automatically reached out and then they were like, okay.
But we do it today.
Exactly.
So Evelyn says that she wants to figure out what's going on. She didn't know that they had any of this beef. She didn't understand why you're feeling the way that you're feeling, how you're acting the way that you're acting, saying these things. We were never on that type of time, so I'm really confused. Jackie responded basically with, you know what? I feel like everybody was against me during this time. Y'all gonna talk y'all stuff. You're gonna say, and I'm kind of with Jackie doing it because that's what I kept saying throughout the whole entire first part of this season is that it just seemed like they get together and talk crap about Jackie.
They were,
and whether or not they have reasons for it, that's all they've been doing.
No, they were because she was talking shit about them.
I didn't say whether. I said whether or not they have reasons for it.
But
that's all they kept doing.
Wake up one day.
Then someone who knows that the only thing you're gonna keep doing is talking crap about me. It's hard for me to walk into the room with y'all. So I saw Black at that time. So it was hard for me to be in community with you all because all y'all kept doing was bringing down.
It seems like to me, I got called on the phone talking shit about y'all. So now let me go ahead and try to get back into the room.
Exactly.
Because that's what Jackie did. Jackie thought she was going to call Sunday and British and talk shit. And they both recorded her and sent that to them girls on this show.
Which is also a bad thing. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm on the wrong side of justice here. Your morals are just so wrong if you feel like it's not a good thing for, like, I've had private conversations, I wouldn't say with both of you, but with you, Deb. And if you now got on that day decide to put out my things, and now I'm saying, well, when people start getting mad at me, I'm thinking, well, I was confiding in a friend. So y'all wasn't supposed to hear that. Maybe it is
maybe
what I
I'm a
think
real
about
friend.
y'all. I'm sorry.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
but I have every right to then be angry.
but you have to think
I
about
think
the fact
sometimes
of
we
why
remove.
Sunday is not friends with her anymore. Jackie screwed her over. So
So
then
that
she's
doesn't
like,
mean, but y'all were when you were recording. One, how much of a friend were you if you were recording my calls with you?
yes, I can see that.
I'm not. I wouldn't record calls with y'all, and then now as soon as I'm mad at you,
I don't think I'm mad that I would record a call either, though.
But let me just get a word.
But then also, we're not on a network. We're not like you don't jeopardize my job or anything like that either. So
I was just about to say that. Let me get in there. I just wanted to add. That's okay. I just wanted to add that I think that was the what you said. So Deb was exactly right. Is that they are public figures and they are always tweeting and retweeting these you know, regarding when they're either live watching the episode or whatever. And I feel like Sunday knew that, and she took that opportunity because she wanted to point out that Jackie was fake. Now, having her fallen out with Jackie did not definitely give her a right to record the telephone calls, but we are private people. They are public people. So, the fact that they know that they're going to put this out there, and in my opinion, British recording it would give her a storyline. But of course, she's not on because she's in jail.
She got her other storyline.
I feel like we're removing Jackie's feelings from it because she's a public figure. I'm a friend to you. You're a friend to me, and now you're pushing out the stuff that I've said about people. That's unfair to me as a person. Because then who can Jackie say she can trust?
So
you're recording, you're listening.
Jackie has done this too, who she didn't care about their feelings.
Yeah, but then these other people get to have private conversations in real moments. How can I even decide that I'm going to get close to anybody on this cast when I hear that I was listening on the phone, I was listening on the phone, I heard that, I recorded that. You would have your guard up regularly.
If we're going down the history of basketball when it comes to Jackie, none of them were entirely in the all the way in the boot with Jackie at all, because Jackie will flip on them any minute.
And that being said, I think that it's fair then of Jackie to have her guard up. I'm just looking at a human being.
No, I'm not I understand what you're saying, Busy, but I've literally been watching this since the beginning with SoDeb, and so what I feel is that Jackie was deflecting because they all called her to the carpet when they had their last reunion before they started shooting this. And so then because she got pissed off because she got embarrassed with how she was treating Kayla and Brooke and that situation, then she went, that's when all that stuff got leaked and released, and she had all of that stuff to spew out. So again, and I'm going to correct Jackie, you don't see black, you see red. So she saw red, not black, Jackie, just because you love to wear it all the time. But she saw red, and so she got embarrassed, and they recorded her because she was saying some cruel things. And so now that when they started being like, well, F you, you don't like us, we don't like you. Then so now it's like we have to watch out for Jackie's feelings. No, she wasn't watching out for anybody else's feelings before.
I mean, she wasn't saying it to your face.
No.
If I was Jackie, I would talk to all of these people when we film, because no one can be trusted. Like, y'all not my real friends.
I think that's what they do.
But just think about the friends that you also have this on this show that's not Jackie's friends.
Right.
You don't hear the conversation of them being recorded at all. You never hear that because they're not real friends. To me, and I think even Evelyn has said this on this episode, I don't know if Jackie's a friend or she's not a friend, because you never can really tell with her. And I don't think that anybody who is a friend of Jackie's know if they really are a friend of hers or not.
I think they're not all above reproach. And I think that I agree with what Lorraine is saying, which is what I'm trying to convey. Everybody has that talk with their friends and their people. It's just that everybody feels as if, can I finish what I'm saying? Drink out of your Stanley cup. What is frustrating is that it feels like, well, Jackie deserves to be recorded and her stuff to be out. And I think that's not fair, because no one would like their calls being recorded and their stuff being out. And we not getting Brandi recorded calls. We not getting Evelyn recorded calls. We not getting everybody else's recorded calls.
You know why? Because they have real friendships.
Yeah, I'm sure Jackie thought Sunday was her friend.
And Cindy, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cindy. We can go back to season 1 up until right now.
I think Jackie thought Sunday was her friend.
I believe that she did too, because we saw.
So then that's a real friendship.
She thought that, but then also Sunday might be on the same thing as everybody else, where I think that's my friend, but I also know she will flip on me in a minute because we've seen Jackie do it since she's been on this show.
And I'm not talking about how so if me and you are having a conversation, I can't dictate how you're going to view me. I'm going to hope that when I talk to you that you're not going to record me and put these things out, because I'm thinking that I have a friendship with you. You being dubious does not negate that I felt like I can have a real connection with you.
Okay.
So you saying everyone else doesn't have friends on the cast. Well, she thought she did with Sunday, who wasn't even on the show anymore.
Okay, Busy, can I just say this? Like, can this just close this so we can move on? I understand what you're saying. Okay, so again, she did think that Sunday was her friend, right? It wasn't right for Sunday to record and leak the calls. But Sunday did record and leak the calls. The girls aren't saying that it was right that the calls were leaked. What they were responding to were the negative and nasty things that Jackie said. Does that end it? Does that make sense?
I think that that's fair. I think that that's fair that they were hurt about what's being said. I feel like a lot of people are demonizing Jackie because people are being devious behind the scenes to out her, where we're not doing enough of that with the other girls.
Got it.
So going from there, she said, she talked about Sunday. Evelyn did not want to hear about Sunday. She said, look, you're not going to use this as a cop-out.
Yep.
You're not going to start bringing up all of these other things. You're bringing up the same OBS. You're bringing up Sunday. You're acknowledging everything but your own flaws.
And that's the point that I just made. That's the point. It's not the fact that she was recording her, which was not right. And Jackie was right by saying she shouldn't have recorded me, but I was seeing red. And again, that's all that Ev was saying, was that, okay, girl, she shouldn't have recorded you, but you said what you said.
Right.
But can we also add into the point of why she was so mad? Because she wasn't on the main thing for Basketball Wives, the covers. Like, to me, it's very petty.
It was a lot of things.
It was just,
It was a lot of things, I think.
Well, this is what she said, but she said this though.
This was in her phone call. Wasn't on the. Yeah, but did she say that in her meeting with Ev, or you're talking about when?
That's what they were. That's when she said she wanted to slap Evelyn. Shawnee was scared of her. This is because of those covers from last season when they had Orlando and the regular season, and they only had Shawnee, Evelyn, and was it Jennifer?
Yes.
Which right. Are the Basketball Wives? Yeah, which is the original franchise.
Going back to the release messages on, it doesn't matter. The whole point was. Ev was asking her, what did I do to you to set?
But I'm saying this is where all this steam from was those covers.
Yes. Yeah.
So then we're trickling down to like the reason why, and that's why Jackie said there was no real reason, because now she done said that with Shawnee. She said, "But we're gonna talk on this. We're gonna talk on the show, but behind the scenes, girl, you're not an original cast member." And then she told Evelyn, "Girl, I fixed it. You go over here and do the same thing, and let's get this stuff together." To me, that's what happened.
Maybe you're right.
Because Basketball Wives, LA is a different franchise from Basketball Wives. We're watching Basketball Wives. It's Jennifer, Shawnee, and Evelyn.
Right. Huh. Well,
I guess. So then Evelyn said, "Look, I'm ready to put all of this to bed. I don't care. Let's just move on from there." And Jackie apologized for what she did. She actually did apologize. And Evelyn apologized as well.
Yeah. And I like that. I like the grown woman conversation. Like, let's move forward. Like, at this point, it's neither here nor there. Like, either we're gonna try to film this show or we're not, right. And Jackie made it clear to Shawnee she did not want to lose that check. And they went to Ev, who is the OG of the franchise, not sorry, but she is, and said, you have to be the peacemaker. That's why I think it didn't work when Jacille tried to do it, and it didn't work when Brandi had to do it. It had to be done by an OG, and so that's why I think they got Ev to do it.
I want to correct something. The show was never ever called Basketball Wives Miami. It was called Basketball Wives.
Why do you have to correct that?
Because this
what was the importance?
People say this a lot. It was never called Basketball Wives Miami. It was originally called Basketball Wives because they only had one franchise. Well, this person doesn't know, so I'm saying
She didn't say that. I mean, Phil didn't say that.
Phil said, "No, we're watching Basketball Wives LA, not Miami." There was never a Basketball Wives Miami.
It was just Basketball Wives.
It was just Basketball Wives.
And
what
then
we're watching now is Basketball Wives
LA, and then it became Basketball Wives Orlando. But the original Basketball Wives that Ev was on and Jen was on that started basketball. The franchise.
Also, what we're watching right now is just Basketball. It's not LA. It's just Basketball Wives.
Because they merged the two after Miami got canceled, or the first one.
Movie. Now that he got that out the way, Jackie said she was never a prostitute. She's willing to go down there, put her finger down, mistaken identity. She said she doesn't even know how to do oral sex, so she definitely doesn't know how to be a prostitute. And I said, okay, Jennifer. I mean, not Jennifer. Evelyn was like, girl, okay, whatever you say.
Exactly.
Whatever you say. I'm not going to even dive deep into this. Whatever you say, girl. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. Fine, sure.
She was just laughing. She was just like, "You think so?
Okay. Okay. Let's just move forward. Then. So then they talk about Jennifer and Evelyn's trip. She said, "Look, life be life, and we all trying to come together. And I think you should come. I think you should bring Cheyenne." And she said, "You know what? It's not going to be a trip without me. Let's go."
I hate that they try to make Cheyenne happen, but okay.
I am so tired of
Cheyenne's trying to make Cheyenne happy. Let's wait till we get to the place.
I know, because
y'all want to talk about this launch event at somebody's house?
We can actually skip it if you want to, because I don't think there's a lot to talk about.
I mean, there was things to talk about.
At the end of it is.
There are things to talk about.
Not the actual show.
So Evelyn's having a launch event at a house. Okay. So I thought it was going to be a venue. So it was at a house. Somebody's house. They wanted to stay. You could go upstairs, downstairs to the house. She said this is gonna be the make or break event. Are people gonna pre-order things? What's happening? So then when Brooke comes in first, and Brandi, she comes in, she's trying to say hello, and Brooke's like, hello, hey. She don't want to hug. She's not giving out any hugs. She's still mad that she told Jennifer her business.
Jennifer already knew.
So then we keep seeing a montage of Evans, like the crowd, and I'm thinking the seven people that said that.
Where was it? Where was the social media influencers?
The crowd are loving it, and I was thinking, God, all those empty chairs behind y'all.
Well, they were.
I can't deal. I just couldn't deal. Like, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's never gonna happen. But
that's how I feel about Cheyenne. So let's go on.
When they're done, they start to move. And Brandi says, hey, you all, let's take a picture at the step and repeat. And Brooke was like, y'all go. She got a nasty attitude that my mama would have popped her a long time ago. I don't like Brooke. I'm sorry.
I know. I said that. And when I said that, you were like, that's not true. I was like, you don't like her.
Mama, I think I don't. And watching this episode, I realized I don't like this. I even wrote it down. I don't like this lady.
Wait, Phil said it was the same house as last week. Was it the same house?
Maybe it was the one that they was trying to sell to Brooke.
Was it?
Because Brooke was trying to buy a new house.
I love that house, by the way. But was it the same house?
I don't know. You weren't invited to go. You're such a top. Like, you know that it wasn't the original franchise of Basketball Wives, and they branched off to LA. And she didn't even invite you to the maxi.
I'm not going to be invested on a house that Brooke's never going to buy.
She at least Evelyn said everybody to the maxi dress thing, and top influencers to the maxi dress thing. So anyway, so they said, look, what you mad at? You mad at because of what Evelyn said? Do you get frequent flyer miles or listening points?
Miles.
Which again,
when I say Brooke ate the girl up Brandi ate the girl up. Brooke, she got an attitude like a bad child. And
so does Brandi. And so Brandi.
Now we're about to use it against.
But Brandi's is a little bit more subtle this season.
Can I finish? Let me finish. And I know you're going to take up, but let me get my Okay, so Brandi wants to come at her instead of being like, okay, girl, genuinely, what is the problem? And when Brooke told her the problem, then she was just like, do you get frequent fraud? Well, ma'am, you should take accountability, since you guys, girls, are so big on accountability, on being like, you're right, I shouldn't have said that. And like she said, either you're going to accept my apology or move on. But nobody's going to accept an apology when you come at them like that, because I wouldn't. we would have still had a problem.
Well, Brooke came off pudding already.
Absolutely.
So for me to even feel like then now I got to get to your level. Oh, if you want to play in the dirt, let's play.
Well, then
and I think that she's already in a space because Brooke is like, it's like every time I say something, and I know y'all gonna eat me up with this. I really don't care. But it's like, but what about Jason? It's always about what about Jason? And
that
then
was wrong.
No, that because Brooke did that in the conversation that they had together. And even in this space, she did it again. But I think when Brandi did,
then Evelyn
Brooke did too.
But what I'm saying is I feel like that is wrong, but that's her trigger. So if she wants to be nasty and not take accountability, they're going to rub on her trigger. So what do you think they're supposed to?
But I feel like she's upset about the fact that everything that Evelyn says is like it's like Jesus has came down and said it to me instead of like, girl, come talk to me. Are we friends? Or are we friends through Evelyn?
That's her real friend.
To me, that doesn't make sense.
That's her real friend off camera. And Brandi is not, because Brandi just moved to LA. So they have not established as close of a friendship at that time than Ev and Brooke did.
Evelyn and Brooke are friends because they were met on a Nicki Minaj.
It doesn't matter. So they're friends. Thing. They're still friends.
And they have kids who play baseball together. But also she does have other friendships besides Evelyn. And even now, well, I guess we're gonna get into that. We'll get into that part later on.
We're talking about them on the show. And so, yes, she's going to listen to her at this time, but now she might be in the ops, so who knows? But at this point, Brooke feels much more of a loyal friendship and a genuine friendship with Ev. So, yes, she's going to listen to her. But if Brandi did not talk behind her back, then she wouldn't have anything to be mad at her for. Brandi was the one talking shit about Brooke, not Ev. Ev just told her about it. And so what is Brandi mad that Ev told her friend to, like, what's up with this girl talking about your relationship?
I mean, the comment section is saying the things that they're saying, but I feel like we've watched Brandi and Brooke build a relationship on television. We've seen Evelyn and Brooke build one off of television.
Correct.
And it does seem, it's almost like when Tammy said a little scuttlebutt had happened. And then all of a sudden, Brooke and Evelyn was friends. That's what it seems like. And that's okay. Like, if they became really good friends, that's fine. But it's also like Evelyn is putting a lot of energy into Brooke. And maybe we don't know the friendship. But then you also have other friendships who you are like really like disregarding for Evelyn. And why is there so much there? Because it feels like, from what she's saying, everybody was there for her besides Jackie.
But but honey, my question is,
now, honey, this getting good.
I call him honey all the time.
This is a regular review for me and Cindy.
Regular review. And all. But anywho, I feel like my question to you is, if Brandi wasn't talking mess about Brooke, right? Not just at the wedding, but before it. But Brooke was mad at. One of the points that she made was when she said the fairy tale's over. And when you said
that was hilarious to me. Well, is it?
And when she said, hold on. And when Brooke said, because that rubbed her the wrong way, when Brooke said, well, we're taking a break. Haven't you and Jason taken a break? So what my point was, even last week, was she's not the one to call out somebody's bad choices or their relationship, in my opinion. Okay. So I think that's why she brought up Jason, because she said, you guys took a break. Let her figure it out.
But that wasn't her first time either.
It doesn't matter. They're talking about why she's mad at her and why she had the right to say.
But to me, but being a friend, sometimes we're pulling up hard conversations. Like, it's not coming for you every time.
Conversation with her beforehand, which was my point from last.
No, she did. Before Brandi started talking to this with everybody else, she did talk to Brooke about it first.
About her relationship with Kevin,
with that man, and saying it was too fast. She definitely did. When they were having group conversations, she did talk. When her and Jennifer were talking about it, they did talk about it together. But she also went to Brooke and had a conversation with her about it.
But she said that was her news to tell, not Brandi's, and not Brandi's in a way that once.
No. That's not what I'm saying, Cindy. I'm saying Brandi went to Brooke about how she felt about this before she talked to them about this conversation.
That is true at that table.
She's on the time of listen. It doesn't make sense to me. And I mean, attack my
I understand that, but then once she had that conversation, then why do you still talk about behind her back about, you know?
I don't feel like it was talking behind her back. I feel like she was having a conversation with Jennifer because they felt the same way.
No, because they were all there. Was Jacille? She talked to, and Ev was sitting there. Brandy was the only one running her mouth about her situation. Period.
But I think that Jennifer and Brandy felt the same way about it.
Okay, but Jennifer wasn't the one talking stuff about it. She just said, "Don't compare her to me and Christian."
I mean, because she did. Okay, I'm gonna roll with that.
Okay, let's move on.
So she said, well, you were the one going around saying that it was a fairy tale, or the fairy tale was over. She said, well, is it? No, we're taking a break. You should know about breaks. They went back and forth. I felt like Brady ate the girl up. Okay, ate her up. No crumbs. And then they get to Jennifer. You know, what's going on with y'all? Jennifer was like, I don't know. He was hitting his ex-girlfriend. And he wouldn't let her leave. He was holding her captive inside. And then they said that he owes this money for just let her go and leave and get into a car wreck, and he owe all of this money. I don't know. Jennifer was talking too much, and I was with Brandy. It's like, girl,
yeah,
you got all the victims around of all of this stuff, and here you go. Yeah, he was beating her up. He was holding her captive. He was saying something about car wrecks and people dying. And I was thinking, girl, read the room. Says read the room.
And she was absolutely right. But once again, it's so interesting to hear Jennifer talk about, you know, all these red flags with his previous relationship, and yet she's ready to run down the aisle with Christian. If he did that to somebody else, what do you think may happen to you, man?
He's gonna do it to you. He's changed, girl. He got his
and her explanation of false imprisonment wasn't right.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, well, we don't need to go through the law.
But
no, it's not even the law. It's very simple. It's not you saying, "Baby, please stay. I want you to stay." It's when you block that door, baby, you can't leave. That's what it is.
I think what she was trying to convey was when you're probably arguing with a partner and you're probably trying to just say, like, no, let's.
She needs to also block out the exit from the room.
I think that what she was trying to say is, and not that it's the right thing to do. People have been in arguments with their partner. They're like, look, let's talk about this.
Absolutely, I've done it,
and that's all she. I felt like that's what she was trying to convey.
No, I've done it before too. But if you want to educate people on this, add the part where you cannot block that door, because that's the part where the false.
I'm sure. I think
you that was say, baby, all day. Please don't leave, baby. Stay here. That's not false imprisonment. What false imprisonment is when they cannot leave the house. Or
like when I tried to go and out to Atlanta, and you were like, "No, you're staying here. I'm going to hold your stuff." That false imprisonment?
No. So again, I feel like
I'm just asking a question. So, Deb, is that false imprisonment? Because you were like, no, you can't. You have to say, is that false imprisonment?
If I block the door, yes.
Okay. Well, no, when you ain't no if. Don't try to get cute now that you on the internet.
Well, I feel like what she was trying to do is downplay.
You ain't shit.
They're trying to downplay this.
I was going to say she was trying to downplay his crimes, but he served time for it. So it's serious enough for him to go to jail over it, and for her to sit there and act like it somehow is going to. And so, and then when she goes, well, I feel like she should have let her leave, which again, that is false imprisonment, not letting her leave. Mm-hmm. But let her leave and then have her get in a car wreck and die. I was like, ma'am, wow.
That escalated very quickly.
Exactly. I was just kind of like, wow. So you can then have her ex-con, man. Okay. I just felt like she was, Jen.
Look, let her. I told y'all she's geared up for her next documentary. Yeah. Let the girl go through the experiences. So then after that, we got Evelyn. She said, "Hey y'all, Jackie coming. I gotta go because some people are hiring." I just wanted to let y'all know.
This is when I started really loving Evelyn for this episode.
Yeah,
it was like Wacky Jackie had been embedded in her.
Yeah,
I think I don't even think that Wacky Jackie had been embedded in her. I think I got this more now listening to Cindy. she came here to do her job, and she's like, "Well, Jackie's about to stay." Like, I'm not about to go back and forth with y'all because Jackie's gonna just be.
But that's
around.
what Jackie does.
So that but Jackie talked. Well, no, Jackie don't know if she's gonna be around.
No,
Evelyn basically was like, "I'm coming to the trip. Ain't nothing you have to do about it. Gotta go." And I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm not going back and forth with you. Jackie coming. That's it. I gotta go see her how the sales coming.
Lorraine, that's not correct. Actually, the woman jumped.
She jumped off the balcony from what I heard.
To escape from him.
Let's not get dark, y'all. So Glorilla is upset. Jennifer is upset. And Brooke, she does her walk off. I love what Evelyn was like, that's what she do, girl. Let her go, girl. The queen of exits. See what you're doing so well, girl. I got the time for this.
Let me go back a little bit before this. I do like that just still finally getting like a voice over here.
Yeah. You thought so?
Yes. But she was like, Evelyn, no, you mad because is this the same part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she was telling Evelyn, like, no, you okay because she apologized to you, not the rest of us, or whatever. Okay. I feel like I love the part that she's actually getting like a voice on the show. It's not like Evelyn and their like pet friend.
She can now because she's not as like a very newbie. She's still a new girl, but I think she had to learn the women.
If I could just be honest, I feel like she was like that little lesbian friend.
Oh, what have you been so far?
I've been loving Jocille, but I feel like they've been treating her like their little lesbian friend. They can't take nothing too, and she ain't gonna get high. They're not gonna too hype. But I feel like now she's like, okay, I'm in the fold. Let me actually bring my personality out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a problem, but I'm gonna wait till the next conversation that they have as a group to bring up where everybody's upsetness is. So, I would say remind me. I'm sure you're gonna bring up the emotion. Jennifer said also, since we just inviting random people, I know Laura.
I love her.
And I'm gonna bring Laura. Now I don't know if it was just me, but she came to that lunch drunk. She was already drunk.
She's always drunk.
She's always drunk.
She said her job is a mom. That's her job, and she's married to the game. I said, I guess. You're not helping with any of the rumors, sis. She says that the girls are mad that Jackie's crazy, but Jackie been crazy. She's already gone through all. So Jennifer starts to tell Laura that these are all the things that's happening with Jackie. She's been talking about all of us. They go back to Gloria's background of meeting with her daughter and talking to her family.
Laura,
so all of this stuff. Child, Jen thought she had the gotcha.
Laura, not Gloria.
I said, why she keep saying Gloria? I kept writing down Gloria, even though it was Laura.
I did too.
But then Jennifer thought she had the gotcha when she was like, girl, she's a prostitute.
Right. And then so she was like,
And Laura was like,
she
already heard that.
So what's the rest of the story? Like, keep going.
Right.
Girl, why you stop when I tell you? And you could tell that Jennifer thought she had the trump card. Right. She thought she had the spades, girl. She said, and they said she was a prostitute. And Laura was like, okay, sis. So I already knew that.
Right.
Okay. Man, I could see what Laura was saying. Like, she's a go-getter. She's Todd. She's a hustler. Todd always finds himself in a better position with the. That's how we do with Jackie. So if she had to suck a little, to do whatever she needed to do. If she had to change her name a couple of times, go to jail. She did what she had to do. So then we got everybody arriving to Mexico.
I want to add to that. So I did like the fact that when at the end of this, when Jennifer was like, since she's going to invite Jackie, I'm inviting Laura. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Jennifer's pulling cards now. Jennifer haven't felt comfortable pulling cards in the past season.
This is not the Pokemon that she thought she felt that it was really gonna.
No, this is what
I guess is Laura about to give Jackie the blues?
Well, she talked about she had brought Jackie's daughter on the show.
Yeah, so it's
she felt bad about it, and then when we'll get to that later on, but she did. There is some contention there, but I feel like that Jennifer feels like now that I'm on the main three. They put me, Shawnee, Evelyn back over here. Let me pull some cards. And I feel like her bringing Laura back. One, we have seen Laura on another show with Jennifer, but I know there's a friendship there as well. So I feel like she's pulling cards. And I'm like, listen, y'all want to bring Jackie back? Let me bring my people back on over here.
Well,
I love that for Jennifer.
I think that,
And they Virgos. Go ahead, Cindy.
I think that you're being kind. I don't think that Jen is that bright. I think that the producers saw the woman group falling apart, and so if Jackie was going to be out, they brought in somebody else, and that's what I see.
I can see that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
No,
even
I
though
want you to continue
okay,
thinking what you're thinking. Let's go to the trip.
go ahead.
So we all get to Mexico. It's all in the two different groups, and they're trying to figure out if this is gonna go well, if it's not gonna go well. We see Jackie with Cheyenne. Cheyenne's like, girl, what if she beat me up if I say hello? Do I talk to Brooke? Is she gonna slap me? So they all come together. Was it just me? Or was Jackie just too heavily saying Evelyn? Hey everyone,
Yeah.
Evelyn,
Yeah.
I'm here, Evelyn. What we drinking today? Evelyn. Oh my god, this is nice, Evelyn. Oh, this is really so this is the sweet Evelyn. Oh, we doing sweet Evelyn. And I was thinking, girl, we get it. That's the only person you're talking to.
Right. But I think that the girls also called F to the floor for doing the same thing, like, hey girl. But again, what I felt why Ev was doing that too was like giving them drinks and stuff like that is because she's the host.
Mm-hmm.
She's the host, and so it's not going to look right if she's like, hey girl. Like, I mean, you're the host. So
Yeah, you gotta act a little, show some decorum.
Show some decorum. And I felt like they were like, now they're best friends. And I'm just like, shut up, Brandy. Sorry. So Deb, sorry. But she's the
This
main
was
one
at the hotel already.
Yeah.
They got there,
when
they got there and they met with to say, but this is before they get to the mariachi band that wouldn't end.
Right.
I thought that Brandy ate her up in the van, but go ahead.
No, this is when they were in the lobby.
When she said that Evelyn had her 1,000 hours on Jackie, to me that was hilarious because she was like, she done ate you up on her 1,000 hours. Like,
she didn't eat like that.
I love when she said it, but go ahead.
She didn't eat like that because, ma'am, don't worry about what she was doing.
Everybody in the van laughed besides Evelyn.
What she was doing was being a host. That's it. Let's move on.
So then we get to the mariachi band barely wanted to end, but they said, look, we got dinner tonight. Jackie was like, come on, dinner tonight. Well, who's staying in this room? They start to talk about who's going to be in the main room with them. And Jackie was like, well, I need to pack the puss, so I need my own room. Okay, so after that conversation, her and Cheyenne, go ahead.
Stop there. So what happened when Giselle was saying you're going to help her do it?
When they both left, when she was like, let's go to the room.
Yeah.
Because they hadn't got up yet. When I was like, let me rewind it back because they hadn't gotten up off the couch yet.
Cheyenne got up with Jackie.
But they all got up because they had this.
Because she said she was about to leave with her.
Because their rooms were in the same space.
But girl, so you about to help her? She said, I had to masturbate. Right. That's why I need my room. And Cheyenne said, I'm about to leave with it too.
And I'm missing.
Girl, so you about to help her with it? I'm trying to tell you what it was.
I'm trying to as well. Like,
I was trying to figure out where I was at when I was listening so you can tell me. But I was like, when she said, I was like, well, where's Giselle getting this from? Because they were just leaving to go to the rooms. But was something said that I missed.
Go ahead, Cindy.
What I was saying was that Jackie made that last statement, and then her and Cheyenne stood up, even though it was when they were assigning rooms, it was Jackie, Jacille, and Cheyenne. So after Jackie made that last statement, she was just like, okay, well, I gotta go. Cheyenne went, and Jacille was like, and you're going with her? when she just said what she said?
Does she need an extra finger?
Right.
Why are you leaving too?
Right. That was it.
So then they talk about how they feel about Jackie's presence. They get on Cheyenne's bag. And then the conversation becomes, Evelyn, y'all been acting like y'all buddy, y'all best friends. What is all of this about?
Right. Was that bag bothering y'all?
Yes. Very much so. But I guess, you know whose it is. So
you know whose it is. And I'm also like, are we 6 years old where we have to put our face and name on our
It really was giving all of that. It was giving early 2000s B2Ks, but it was giving very early 2000s. Yeah. I did not get it.
I didn't either. And I felt like I felt like once again, it's just awkward when she's there. She just rubs me the wrong way. She's going viral for her little interviews, which I've seen, they're good, but I don't care about you, Dr. Bryant.
And that's why I think that's why I love when Brooke said, when did you become this big ass cheerleader?
Right. But again, my point to her is that when I'm hosting an event and I'm hosting this,
Mm-hmm.
So they get on Evelyn, and she was like, "Look, I hear what all of y'all saying. I'm thinking that they came in with good energy. Maybe they've already processed everything. So Brooke, you shouldn't feel flooded.
She only said Cheyenne,
or maybe Cheyenne's. Or what? I feel like she already felt like Jackie's processed it. But maybe you shouldn't feel slighted because that event was a long time ago. Maybe she's already processed that work. They've already done everything. They came in with good energy. So let's just have a good time. Let's move past it." And then Brandi starts with the double standards. Another person starts with the double standards. This is what I got to say about everything. Every person at one time felt like Jackie was apologetic or taking accountability.
Right.
So it's very weird to me then when Evelyn does the same thing that Glorilla did, Brandi did, Jennifer did. Now Evelyn's doing it. Now they all got backlash when it was done, but not one person who also said, "You know what? I get Jackie now. We need to forgive Jackie now." Is understanding why the new person now forgives Jackie. Girl, she did the same thing to you.
I think you're looking who's doing it though.
And the same thing to you. So you arguing with me when this same season, Jennifer forgave her, had a conversation with her. This same season, Glorilla had a conversation with her and forgave her. This
when
did
Glorilla do it? When did Justin do it?
But then when Evelyn does it, now it's like, girl, this don't make no sense. If they only stuck with the double standard of it all, I can agree with that.
But Jacelle also said, "Why is it okay for you?" Because they were mad at Jacelle when Jacelle did it. Right. But then when Evelyn did it, everybody's be okay with it.
But like
to me, we have talked about this multiple times when we do our reviews.
Okay.
Brandy's the only person for me I can understand because that's the layout of LA. They all follow with Jackie at the end of the episode, at the end of the season. Then they got to make peace with Jackie at the beginning of the season. That's their formula for LA.
Okay.
But what I do think when it comes to Jackie and it comes to Evelyn is I think that they're rebranding what this looks like. Because one, Jackie's blow up about that photo for the cover lets Shawnee know one thing.
Can we stick to the task at hand?
No, I'm that's where I'm at. I think that it meant that Jackie wants to go out. So then here we go. So Evelyn is over here pretending that she wants to be a friend of hers. Now, who's going to be the three? Are they going to take Shawnee out and make it Shawnee, Evelyn, and Jennifer?
No, I disagree. I feel like, you asked when did Jacelle do it, and she was first. And like I said earlier, I feel like it really wasn't.
No, I said I remember when she did, and they were mad at her.
Right. And I was going to say, I feel like it really wasn't going to work with Jacelle because she is a newbie. I feel like they needed it to come from an OG, and the real OG is Evelyn. And so even though Jacelle did it, and then we had who's the girl? Jen do it. She is an OG, but she's not as outspoken and strong like Ev is. And then they had Brandi do it. So again, but
Brandi and them have been doing it every season of LA.
I understand, but when Brandi tried to do it, she was still newer to the group that had already been there established from the last season. Do you see what I'm saying? And so I feel like it failed because once again she missed that one.
It still doesn't look like it's not a hypocrisy though. But and that's just the reality. Even if Evelyn is the OG, it still looks she looks like a hypocrite.
Well, I don't think that she looks like a hypocrite, but what she said is basically is like when she said that she wasn't open to it was because Jackie wasn't taking accountability. And when they were like, well, what's the difference? And so she was like, she wasn't being open to being accountable for her actions. And I feel like she's in that space now. And
are we at that part yet? Because she still hasn't taken accountability. Only she took accountability with Evelyn.
That's what I'm saying. But that's when the girls, when they were in the room talking about it before dinner, the girls asked Brooke and especially Brooke and Brandi said, well, what makes it different now? And what Ev's response was, and I agree with her, is that when Ev was like, oh no, I'm not open to it, was because Jackie was not taking accountability for her stuff. And what Ev's point is like, well, if you guys then speak with her now that she's open to hearing your points, then maybe you'll have the same result. And at this point, like Brandi said, and I agree with her, like it's exhausting at this point. Like either let the woman try to make it up to you or not.
I just feel like you have to also have empathy for other people who have been through the same things that you've been in.
I understand.
And I feel like, yeah, Evelyn, she did, and we know how Jackie rolls. Yes, Jackie did because Jackie wants to be back in the fold. Is this a real apology? Probably not.
I understand
And
that,
even
but
if it is one, but we all know how Jackie works. We watched this show for years, and so now all of a sudden, because she gave you one apology, now all of a sudden, now we all gotta be cool with her because of you.
No, they didn't. She's not saying that they all have to be cool, but again,
she's literally trying to make them be comfortable with Jackie being around them.
No, what she's saying is she's trying to give them the opportunity to have her.
But she waited for her own time, her own space. So like, why can't they?
Let me finish. What she's saying is, and she said this on the show. And Busy, please correct me if I got this wrong, because I know you're taking some good notes too. If she is not there, how can she take accountability? What she's saying is, I'm providing an opportunity. She said on the show, so Deb, I'm not telling you to befriend her. I'm not telling you to be her friend or forgive her. What I'm saying is, I'm opening a space for her to either hold herself accountable or not. So you can listen to her or not.
But on a trip where I'm trapped with her.
Huh?
On a trip where I'm trapped with her.
So what? They're trapped with her in every scene.
But I'm saying, like, if I'm at home, I have options what I want to do. Right now, I'm trapped with her in Mexico because you invite her on this trip.
No,
you
do whatever excursion. Do like Brooke. Do like you normally do, and walk the hell out and do something else. Now you may be trapped with me in Mexico, but girl, this is a big place. I don't know if you've ever been to Mexico, but
my money,
girl, you are not trapped with me.
A factor in this as well.
So then
go back home.
Go to the beach. Go to a bar.
That still changes my finances when it comes to this trip because it depends on what I get paid for my scenes.
No,
and my scene should have been we should have fixed it before we went to Mexico. So
and you did not want to, and they tried several times and y'all did not want to.
Correct.
Jackie has into the room of Mexico. Never ever attempted to change anything.
So then don't talk to her the whole trip. Ain't Brooke good at doing that?
Right.
I think you're missing what I'm saying, but
I'm hearing exactly what you're saying. You saying you're feeling like Evelyn is pushing Jackie onto them, and Evelyn saying I have apologized to her. I don't got no time for this. This whole conversation is tired. Either y'all gonna move on with it. Can I finish saying what I'm gonna say too, Liz? Either y'all move on, or y'all don't. Okay, the lady here. So give her the opportunity to talk or not an opportunity to talk. But I don't care either way. The lady here. Okay, she took accountability and just like go really well. Well, you only like because you took accountability with you. Okay, so and that's all I need.
Is this the Evelyn trip?
And that's all I need. It's an Evelyn and Jennifer trip. Yes.
No, it's an Evelyn. It's a Jennifer and Jacelle trip with their marriages.
Didn't Jennifer, when she first got all of the keys, she said, "Well, I'm co-hosting with you."
Gave her the keys and said, "You choose," which I don't understand why.
And she said, "I'm co-hosting it with you," and she gave it to Evelyn.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why Jacelle, because there was a bachelorette party and a celebration for Jacelle because she could go on a honeymoon.
It was for Ev. Reaching out to
Cindy, they literally asked Jacelle, "Are you going on a honeymoon?" What did she say? No. Well, let's take a trip. Did they not say that?
This trip came about because
did they not say it to her though?
This trip came about because Ev said that she wanted to throw Jennifer a bridal shower. She was like, "Okay."
What did they tell Jacelle?
Hold on. So then when Ev told Jennifer that she invited Jackie, Jennifer said, "Fine, I'm going to invite Gloria." So she knew she was not forced upon Jennifer. She knew that this woman was coming. That's why she brought her person, which I feel like production made her buy. And it's not affecting their finances if you can't get the girls to have a conversation. And so what Ev did was provide the opportunity. That's it.
And then Brooke, to be honest, anybody who did not want to come on the trip could have decided to not come on the trip.
At her wedding, what did they tell her?
Okay, say everything you're saying is right. Fine.
Because they said it on the show last week.
You're right. Can you hear? We're saying you're right. You're right. We're saying you're right.
Should have been that presidential suite. Jacelle should have been in there. Brandy should have never been in that. But for
Well,
me, that was
then you need to take that up with the Jennifer. But the host were Evelyn and Jennifer.
Thank
and
you.
Jennifer, when she got the first
Jennifer, Brandy.
But it wasn't.
Jennifer, Evelyn, Jacille, and
no, Jennifer said, since you're co-hosting this with me, clearly you get one. And then she decided, well, I gotta watch you, Brooke. And then Brandy said, don't leave me out. The people who were co-hosting the trip, and maybe you need to go back and rewatch the episode.
Don't lie to me then.
Was Jennifer and Evelyn. Those are the two. Those are the co-hosts.
I think you should go back and
you need to go back and rewatch the episode.
No, they literally was at her wedding and told her that they want to take this trip because she didn't go to honeymoon.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that she's hosting it.
They didn't.
I didn't say she's hosting it. But
so even if they were doing it, even if they were doing it for her
on honeymoon, I'm gonna be in like a second place.
It's not. We're getting hung up.
Doesn't make sense to me.
And nothing does.
Let's move on.
What's the next part in your notes?
I don't even
let's
know.
Let's go off of yours. So, Deb, what happens next?
I was stuck there.
So Brandy says, like, you look, this is a double standard. The double standard is wild. Evelyn said this tire. Evelyn she's not dealing with this conversation. The lady come in, y'all could be mad. What's next? Brandy says she needs to take accountability. She's going to take accountability for you. She said, well, what about your husband, girl, when he was sleeping with all those other people? She's like, this is not appropriate. And speaking of husbands, mine is calling. Okay, she said, well, I'm glad your husband is calling you and not anybody else that he could be sleeping with at the time.
And then Brandy said, well, I'm gonna answer my husband, and you need to go get you.
You need to go find you one. Okay.
Now I said she did not.
She didn't eat her with that. She did it.
She did because Evelyn had a man every time we have seen Evelyn, and she cannot find one that would mirror her long enough. And let me tell you something about Brandy.
Evelyn was
I don't give a damn. Let me tell you something for me, and I think people don't understand this part. If people look down on her because she stayed with this man who cheated on her, okay, I understand that part. But it takes strength in a relationship sometimes to even stay through things that you go through. Maybe not even cheating, but just the hardships of relationships. I have many friends who have gone through many things in relationships that may not be cheating, but it's still hard.
Get to the point.
And the point is, if you can't even get in one to go through hard times with the baby, you haven't done anything. So like in this space for me, so Dad,
yeah, we know.
And I'm never going to let it.
She did it because Brandy went and she had to go cry to her husband. I'm tired of them. They're bringing up you.
Because she did what Jackie
I struck a nerve.
Sunday with her husband.
I struck a nerve.
Come up to the social media and tell you and record her ass and tell you she did it on social media so you could.
We struck a nerve.
Okay,
so you can see it for her yourself.
So Evelyn knows that is the easiest way to trigger her, and she didn't care. She was laughing and eating chips now and pretending she was asleep. So,
wait, now do what?
Pretending that she was asleep. She did not care about that. And while Evelyn was sitting like this, Brandy went on the phone and was crying to her husband. I'm so tired of them bringing up you.
She wasn't crying.
It just makes me so angry that every time
she wasn't crying.
You got to get
she wasn't crying though.
Girl, she was hot and bothered. She was hot and bothered.
I mean, because it's irritating. So yes, I would too with my husband. But if that was just a me and Evelyn conversation, then my husband called me in private, you would never see that. So yes, she gave y'all content. Yes, she did.
She was hot and bothered. It's okay.
Well,
she gave you content.
Okay.
She gave you content.
Nobody cares about that content.
So she talked to her husband about being cheated on, and he apologized for the millionth
time. He did.
After that, the girls are still yelling.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Cindy.
I just wanted to say that I feel like, that Eb did not need to say that. But again, I feel like she was annoying her and she was annoying her. And it's kind of like what Brandy said earlier. And I think we skipped that scene because when they were like on their way there, she was just like, I mean, I like Ev and then I don't. So I feel like they feel like
she said they don't like each other.
Yeah, she said I like her and then I don't. And I feel like they
she said they don't like each other. She said we like each other, we don't like each other.
That's what I was trying to say, but you keep cutting me off. But okay.
No, you keep saying I like Ed, but then I don't like her.
Okay, fine. We like each other. We don't like each other. It doesn't matter. Right. The difference is I feel like my point was they feel like that with each other, so they kind of give each other both digs and they don't care.
I feel like Evelyn makes it hard though.
Okay.
Because these stupid conversations like this, like, we're breaking up Jason again. Like to me, like listen, I will die on this hill. I feel like it's so dumb to keep on bringing up Jason. Like, how long ago was this? Is he still cheating on her?
Who knows? He probably digging down somebody right now.
I mean, is he? I mean, I won't say something I shouldn't even say. So let me just leave that alone. But the reality is this: she has a man who apparently loves her.
Everybody's man.
He wants to choose to fix things with her, and vice versa.
She's trauma bonding with him.
And I also think, and the reason why I think me and you have told this before, Sandy, I've been through some situations like this. So yes, I'm going to always ride that road with her because I feel like it's for me choosing for myself to forgive. I'm always going to do that.
And that's okay. And no one's saying that that's a bad thing. What we're saying is this, just like
don't weaponize it.
Rewind back to what I said about Jackie. This is public consumption.
But don't weaponize it though.
But she also weaponizes her truths.
No, because we've been watching for the last at least 3 episodes where she has not even brought it up. They're bringing it up on her. So it's not always her.
I'm not talking about her and Jason. What I'm talking about is when Brandi gets mad. She did it with Malaysia. Whoever she's mad at.
She brought it up with Evelyn. Get you a husband.
Exactly.
Well, she should have because Evelyn was doing it with her.
Can I please finish? When she gets angry, she uses low blows to them. The one that they know is going to trigger her the most is Jason. So what I'm saying is don't take it, don't throw it if you cannot take it. So don't talk about Brooke's relationship. Don't talk about Jennifer's convict. Don't talk about other people if you don't want to talk about your cheater. Just don't do that. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think that she's talking about Brooke's maintenance man bad.
No.
I think that she's just saying date the maintenance man if that's what you want to do, but don't marry him tomorrow.
Okay, what I'm saying is don't dish it if you cannot take it. Now
I don't know if she's dishing nothing she can't take.
I'm not saying she cannot have her own opinion, but what I'm saying is that when you're in an argument, if she wants to be, I don't understand why you always excuse her bad language and her bad behavior. Like when her and Duffy, I feel like she was really mean to her. Like you do this all the time with her, but then when somebody mentions that and then she gets triggered, then it's, oh, poor Brandi, she's irritated, she's tired of it. But ma'am, you say nasty stuff too.
It's because he's been married. He's gone through these things. He had relationships before. He's stuck through.
To be honest, the reason why I do is because for my real friends, I would do the same way. Brandy's my real friend, but I do respect the journey that she's been through because I've kind of been through a lot of that.
They've all been through things.
Hey, let me finish now because you asked me let y'all finish. I've been through a lot of this stuff, so I a lot of things that Brandy went through. I've been through these things, and it's like. Just because I went through stuff, I mean, I cannot say shit to you and to throw my shit back up at me.
So Deb,
I'm not being negative. Her telling Brooke, like, bitch, you're dating a man you just met yesterday.
She's been cheating or she's been cheated on. She has not gone through the mud.
Now you made me let everybody else finish. Can I finish?
Yeah, but you're acting like cheating is not a thing that everybody goes, she's been cheated on.
By 300 something men.
Yeah, but that's not unique to her and you.
No, that's unique to me. So stop it. But see what I'm saying? Now, see, if we was on Basketball Wives, then I would have talked shit about him. But
what I'm saying is that
but
he doesn't get a.
But just like you just talked.
What I'm saying is that
wait, because I want to.
Please let him get through his monologue.
Here's what I'm saying, because even what you just did right now, like to me, that's fucked up. Because I've been through a lot of stuff in my marriages. Yes, we talk about them. Yes. But the thing you be like, oh, should I say the same things that you expect Brandi to say back to you? No, I'm gonna be the same way. Like, don't talk shit to me about things I've been through. In confidence, I talk to you about things, and like now you're gonna be like, yeah, but y'all both been cheating. Well,
if it was Jackie friend, I'd be able to take it.
But my point,
I've never been cheating both of them.
My point is because Brandi has been through things, this does not make her exempt from people snapping back at her.
Even if you have experienced.
I'm not saying that. And I don't know why y'all. I don't understand why y'all are getting that from what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
because you always say
that should be the only thing that you come for me for. Like, baby, if we were to go through all the things, Evelyn, we went through all the Evelyn stuff. Brooke has had a man every fucking season.
Jackie has been married to this man since she's been cheated on every season, but we never bring these things up every season. So why do we have to hear about Brandi being, even with Malaysia, with her being married? I mean, with Pastor Holy Whore buying her horse, like we never heard it every season, but every time we see Brandi, oh well, Jason Kennedy 300 times. Like to me, it's exhausting.
My point is it's exhausting to watch Brandi never want to, or you even defend her by letting her talk mess, but never wanting anybody to talk mess back to her.
I feel like they should be able to do it both ways.
But you don't think so, because
because it's never both ways. It's because what Brandi went through always trumps everything everybody else went through. It's that's
not true. That's not fair.
We never, ever, ever, ever go through Malaysia sitting with that man.
We're not on Malaysia this season.
Hold on, because let me finish what I'm saying now. We've never went through the Malaysia with that man all these years, who has never paid without child support, who not take care of his kids, and who has had the house from Pastor Holy Whore. Never. When it comes down to even Tammy, we had never went through things with Tammy. When it comes down to anybody else from the show besides maybe besides Brandi and Evelyn,
because they are judicious about what they share.
Oh, and Jennifer, because she dated scammers. The only 3 people from this show I was defend.
Well, Busy, I agree with what you just said. Can you repeat that sentence?
The ladies are judicious about what they decide to share, and she opens up her marriage.
Yep, and what Brandi brings up is her marriage and cancer.
So that's what we have to go off of. And so then we can't bring up Malaysia and Pastor Holy Whore because she never even said him once.
But we know it because we've seen it in the news.
But that's not on the show. It's not on the show.
Didn't bring it up. Brandi brought this stuff up.
Brandy's was on Iyanla, not on Basketball Wives.
Oh, are we sure? Yes, it was on the season of Basketball Wives.
After she did it with Iyanla.
She talks about it on the show.
She talked about Jason cheating. We didn't know the amount of people that he cheated on her with because they all been cheated on, so we knew that. But not the amount of people. We know the number with Brandi.
But then why would she do it?
So then if we're going to go on with the cheating part, then so did Evelyn, so did Jennifer, so did Malaysia, so did Brandi, so that everybody went through those cheating things.
Yes.
But we're not sticking with those things. So then I don't understand that.
Well, Ev talked about her DM. She talked about all the cheaters.
Rachel talked about her cancer. She can't have any babies. So there's a lot.
Look, how about you do this, Deb? Because I feel like this is what the issue is. You DM Brooke and tell her all the reads that she should be saying about the other ladies. Because you have a frustration
the killer is
that they
like,
bring up her cheating, and then you say, well, these are the things you should say about the other people. Because I feel like your frustration is that they bring up
I think it's wrong all the way around. But let's stop giving Brandi's relationship the biggest problem because it's not.
What else can we talk about?
All they're doing is talking about what she's.
We can talk about the domestic violence that Evelyn has went through.
No, I'm talking about with Brandi. If you're gonna hit Brandi,
we can talk about the Brandi's son who has went through the health issues that he's.
Oh, that's better than.
It's better than the cheating. Yes.
But that I don't feel like. First of all, I don't feel like we should talk about anybody's kids. But what I'm saying,
we're talking about Brooke's daughter every freaking week.
No, let's move on. Let's move on. We got way to do. We're going to bring up somebody's child health issues
and Jackie and her daughter. No, let's move on. Children. We have to talk about Jason every week.
She said her son almost died.
We're not talking about Jason every week. What they're doing
I don't think what episode that we have not talked about Jason cheating?
What they're doing is when Brandi talks mess and they are in an argument and Brandi has said her mess and she has said really mean things.
Last few episodes,
let me just finish.
Can she finish?
Say it again.
Can she finish?
Thank you.
I've been trying to finish the entire time. And
you've been saying the same thing for 3 years.
Let me go.
You've been saying this for 3 years. So,
and it's been proven.
No, what it has not proven, it was, again, me asking you from like 30 minutes ago, is when they're in an argument and Brandi has said her mess, why do you defend her when they snap back at her?
Because
that's my question.
How many years are we going to deal with Brandi's husband cheating on her?
As many years as we stay with him.
There's so much other stuff. Okay, Brandi, he cheated on her with 3 other women. We know that already, right?
So we should bring up. You said that we should bring up her child's medical issues, right?
We should do what?
You said that one of the things we should bring up is the child's medical issues.
Who's child mental?
Brandy's. I said if they are in a war with
not in an argument. I'm saying things they talk about on the show.
So I'm asking, what things do you think people could bring up,
or like in like for a story?
If they're in an argument, if she has said something unkind, she has said something unkind.
I'm not talking about an argument.
I'm asking you.
That's what we're asking about.
I was talking about like to talk about on the show, not on the argument.
No. I'm repeatedly asked you. So let me ask again. If they are in an argument,
yes,
with Brandi,
there's nothing to bring up with Brandi because there's nothing to bring up. Argue about what?
But Brandi has brought up tons of mess. So if they are
that's recently happening.
Let me finish. So if they're in an argument with her, and they're trying to find a trigger or a low blow, what else are they going to bring up?
But bring up something that's recently happening.
Your husband could be probably cheating on you.
He's not though.
We're not sure.
Okay,
unless you can prove it, then prove it. Then prove it.
Okay,
Evelyn went and did a whole investigation, and Jackie's a prostitute from the 83. So
and you're
bring
here
those
for
things
it.
up. But bring up something that's recent. Like I'm tired of hearing about Jason cheating.
Okay, but
I'm sick of hearing about it. Bring
that's
up something recent. You know what's recent? Brooke dating another man, another season.
We're in an argument with Brandi.
Okay, exactly.
But I'm just saying, you said what we can bring up. There's nothing you can bring about Brandi that's recent. That is going to be trash her.
That's my point. So
we use old stuff
to mess up her marriage.
Okay, so her storyline has been the same storyline
because of
Let
her.
me finish. She's been on the same storyline. She hasn't had anything new to offer except for last year.
Not because
she
of
did
her.
have her cookbook, right? Mm-hmm. She did have her cookbook.
Which is a new storyline.
Let me finish. And then this year,
baby Jason's health issues was a new storyline. She has many new storylines besides Jason cheating on her.
They're not going to talk about her baby having a health issue.
But I'm just saying.
Let's be real.
But she did though.
Okay.
So we can't keep saying that she doesn't have any storylines. Y'all want to hear negative stuff about her, which is Jason cheating, which is years ago.
Okay, so I want to hear what you have to say once the people start talking about her child and his health issues.
And let me just say,
they've already talked about it.
So if
Jackie talked about Brooke's daughter not in the car accident.
And you hate it
because it doesn't make sense. But that's not a storyline that should be brought up. Let's talk about the things that she's actually doing in 2024, not back when Jason was cheating on her.
Well, we don't know if it's when.
So
we do know the book was released for the cookbook. We know she's back.
Now you're trying to finish. Now you're trying to finish my point. So my point is this. So if we talk about anything recent and we never talk about that husband that I never need to see or hear about ever again, but if we talk about something recent, if Brandi has a low blow and she's coming at somebody in an argument, so they want to be like, oh, so how's your flop cookbook? And then she's gonna whine and cry about that, and you're gonna defend and be like,
wait, how's her what?
New.
How's your flop cookbook?
Like if they how's your flop cookbook? And
why was it a flop?
So now we're defending. So then, what can you bring up about Brandy?
What were the numbers that it did?
Okay, so listen, let me say this again, okay?
What were the numbers that the cookbook did?
Hold on, I'm just giving an example. Let me finish. So if I say,
Sydney, God bless you.
I'm trying.
I'm just trying to figure out what were the numbers? Let's see what the numbers.
No. I'm just using that as an example. So you're saying,
but if it's not a flop, then it's not a flop.
Can I finish? If you're saying you don't want to hear about Jason because I don't either. I don't care about that man. I don't care about any of their men, right?
So what the like I'm on the limb by myself about Jason?
Let me finish. If you're saying if they're in an argument, you don't want to hear them bring up Jason, right? And they're just focusing on new things. So I just pointed out the two new things that I know about her storyline, which is her cookbook and the fact that she's trying to have a acting career, right? So they say they're in an argument, right? And so Brandi is throwing her shots, and then one of their shots is, so you can't talk with your flop cook, and this is an example. Don't get triggered. So what's up with your flop cook?
Don't get triggered.
Or your non-existent acting career, and then if they do that to her, you're going to be like,
well, we haven't seen it yet.
Let me finish.
He's going to do what he's doing right now.
Exactly. What you're going to do is
we haven't seen her act yet. She's just done acting.
I just said I'm using those things as
but he said he's gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now because we haven't seen it.
Oh,
go ahead, Sandy.
I'm just saying those things. I've said this.
I'm listening to what you're saying, but don't let him. He's gaslighting me.
Listen.
Because he said he gonna do it right now. I am gonna do it right now because she's not acting right now. We haven't seen it. Go ahead, Cindy.
All I'm saying is I'm just trying to use the newer things that we know about her storyline as an example. Like if they were in an argument, right? And so what if one of the girls came back and just as an example say, you know, your flop cookbook and your non-existent acting career, right? And then what you're going to do to me, which I know you're going to do, is you're going to be okay with, no, you're not. You're going to say her cookbook just has only been out for a year. And
I would never say that.
And you haven't even seen her act. Like, you're gonna just defend her.
I would not. I would never do that.
So that you literally just did it.
I literally did not do it. So Cindy asked me a question. So let me answer the question. I would not do that. To me, I feel like this Jason shit is so old. I'm sick of hearing about it, and I don't give a damn about what nobody else says. Come in these conversations, I really just don't care. Like, it's so stupid to hear about Jason.
So
like these women have dated so many men since Jason. I mean, and I love me some Evelyn, but she's had many men since Jason.
Okay.
Brooke has had many men since Jason.
Okay.
Even Jennifer has had many men. She has many men since Jason.
Yeah.
But we still stuck on Jason when it comes to Brandi.
Jason's still here.
Can I finish talking?
Go ahead.
All I'm saying.
And so what I'm saying for me is this. I don't understand why we got to still stay stuck here. If I wanted to, I think I'd be a trash person and talk about a lot of things that I feel that comes on this show, but I don't. I try to say neutral about a lot of things.
You've gone back to Jason. What I'm saying is you would be okay then if they just diss her or throw shots back at her as long as it's not about Jason.
I mean, diss me for going back to a man that still loves me and I'm still with
and
we have a baby and we're still doing
great. That's not what she's asking.
I'm not asking you that. What I'm saying is if Brandi is in an argument with anybody, and they talk about her hair, her wig, her book, her whatever,
they don't diss that kind of stuff. Go ahead.
Listen. So you be okay with her getting her shots the way she gives her shots to everybody else without defending her.
Because they're current shots.
Okay.
So that's my question. Finally, I got the answer. You'd be okay with a current
Maybe
shot.
I couldn't hear because I kept talking, but yeah, they're current shots.
Okay, see, now you've also proven my point. Like, let me get it out. Like, I'll be quick.
I think because I really can't. Like, yours is really low for me. I can hear Busy louder. I think, but somebody said in the chat too that you are lower than Busy.
Oh, got it.
So
okay.
Maybe I can't hear what you were saying.
Got it. Okay, so that's my answer. So I'm fine with you if you let other people get their digs in because she does have some mess and
I take the shots, but Evelyn, I love Evelyn, like you know that.
Yeah, but Ev laughs when people give her shots. She doesn't take it seriously like Brooke does.
And I said earlier, today, I feel like Brandy's like getting thicker skin because this is getting. I said it earlier because I feel like it's getting old at this point. Like I'm sick of hearing about Jason cheating on her. It's just getting old to me.
Okay, that's fair.
Didn't Drea say that? And here she is still talking about the same stuff.
Drea said she getting tired of hearing her cancer story.
Okay, right. Cancer story, husband cheating on her.
I would never say no shit like that. I would never say that. But
so then Brandi goes and she's upset with her husband. He's apologizing for the millionth time. We get back to Evelyn and them. They're yelling at Evelyn. Evelyn says she's not apologizing. She don't think she did anything wrong. She don't care. Jennifer said, "Look, somebody else is coming to dinner." Brooke said, "Do I know them?" She said, "Maybe you do." Yeah, I mean, yes, you do, and I think you're okay with them. We move on. Then we get to
I think it's also important to say that it was Jacille and Brooke that was taking up for Brandi at that time.
That was very important. And thank you so much for noting that. So then we get to the dinner. I thought that the setup for the dinner was so beautiful. It's giving wedding.
It was cute. It was
I loved it so much. I had to bring my partner into the room and I said, I want this at every table for our wedding. I want an outside theme for the reception. So I want every person to have their own little tent thing, just like, it's gonna be y'all not gonna be able to take me for real. So I love that Evelyn and Jackie got there first, and she's like, "Girl, you know that Charlie made us be friends again," and the girls are mad about it.
Yeah.
Charlie said, "I'm a cancer bitch. Don't get together right now."
They do not want to do this. They said, "Look, I don't know what else to do." They feel like I'm forcing you down people's throat. I don't feel like I'm forcing you down people's throat. I just want everything to be genuine. And Jackie said, look, with these ladies, you'll never know which way it's going to go because I caused chaos. So, I understand what I'm walking into. I really do feel like, and, hate me for, well, I guess I'm not talking about Brandi, so I'm good. But I feel like Jackie and Evelyn just get it. They're like, girl, we don't look.
But it's we're
gonna argue. We're gonna get mad. I mean, these people are gonna argue. They're gonna get mad. They're gonna have their ups and downs. Jackie, the problem with Jackie is that she's gonna go back and forth with you. And Evelyn, she's like, look, my boss said that is she coming. So,
but I think it's a long time for Evelyn to get where Jackie is at. Like Jackie, I feel like Jackie has known an assignment since she's been on this show.
But Jackie, knowing the assignment, she's gonna argue with you now. She's gonna go back and forth with you. Evelyn's not wasting any energy.
Right.
She's not wasting energy, but also I would say, like, I enjoyed the fact that Evan's like, well, I'm friends with Jackie now. Fuck all y'all. Like, to me,
no. What I feel like Ev is doing is not that. I feel like Ev is saying, I know the assignment, and we need to get you back in the fold. And if they want to get on the board,
then fuck all y'all.
Yeah. If they want to be on board, they want to be on board, great. If they don't, great. But I'm telling you, they're giving me the heat.
The Jackie and Evelyn duo is dope to me.
Yeah.
So then Cheyenne comes in. She's just something about her always look gutter, but it just looks low budget to me every time she walks in.
Yeah.
Even to a classy party like that, it just looked like, oh my god, man, the restroom's that way.
I agree, Busy. Really she doesn't look like she mixed.
She didn't fit.
Right?
She does not fit in.
Fit. Yeah,
you're at the wrong table, ma'am. So they do small talk, and then Jennifer brings in Laura Govan, and Jackie was like, "Oh, I've been waiting to talk to your raggedy ass." So let's start. And then that's the finish of the dinner. And clearly, nothing explosive truly happens there because they didn't even show any highlights from that dinner. So outside of what with Jennifer, with Jackie and Laura. It seemed like everybody else had the problem.
I think Laura coming back is amazing.
I don't.
I do. I also think that when Royce comes back too, adding Laura and Royce is going to be amazing.
I feel like Laura is a loose cannon, and I feel from watching her on other shows, I feel like, how do I say this in a nice way? I feel like she's had some mental challenges. And so I'm a little bit nervous, but she seems like she's like, whatever, let me get this jack right quick.
I think she's on her medication and drunk. So I think we'll see how the
I think she's together more loose than Jackie is. I just wanted to pull
No. I really feel like, because she's talked about it. She's talked about
mental health issues.
She's talked about issues.
That looked like Mariah Huck.
Right.
So when I was like, who is Brian? Because I feel like the first name was so small. I was like, is that Giselle? I didn't know.
That's her.
It looks like Mariah Huck at first.
It does. I thought it was Mariah. I thought it was Giselle. I mean, even though they didn't look like Giselle. And I was like, what was the other Brian? And then I had to go walk back a few more times. I was like, okay, that's Cheyenne.
But who does that?
With Giselle, when Evelyn's like, she marketed herself great, and Brooke was like, who is this cheerleader? I was like, okay, that's how I know it is.
Right. Exactly.
But
again,
go ahead, Cindy.
Before you wrap up,
I'm hungry.
I just want to say, I know, and so am I. I just want to say oh Lord. So what I wanted to say, Deb, was that Brandi still brought up her beef with Ev because of her man. So she brought up her man and her beef. So if they circle back to that, then that's that. But what I'm looking forward to is like what's happening at the Bachelorette shindig where Ev and Brooke are kissing.
I thought that wasn't Evelyn, was it?
I think it was Ev and Brooke.
I thought that was Cheyenne and somebody else.
No, that was definitely Brooke. And it definitely looked like Ev.
I do not think that was the. I don't know. We got to watch that next episode.
We'll see. But I was like, what?
Because we were watching it together last night, And I was like,
go back and look at that last clip. Go back and look.
No, I watched it 3 times last night, Cindy. I know it was Cheyenne, but I think it was. I don't.
You watched the show 3 times last night, or just the clip? Because today you were rushing to get notes.
No, that clip. We were watching it together last night.
Okay,
like, I can see that it's Cheyenne, but who is the girl?
It's not Cheyenne. It's Brooke. And from when they walked into the spot, I noted what Ev was.
Oh no, yeah, I thought it was Brooke and Cheyenne.
No, it's Brooke, and it looked like Ev. So
I don't think it's Evelyn.
Watch.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see.
Oh, okay. So let's do this in the chat then. So put a 1 in the chat if you think that it's Brooke and Evelyn. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that is Cheyenne and who did I say?
You don't even know. So why are we guessing?
No,
and you know it's not going to be Brooke and Cheyenne because Brooke hates Cheyenne. So I look like Ev.
But I feel like they're gonna kiss and make. I think I feel like a kiss and make up situation. That's what it is. Brooke and Cheyenne.
No.
So 2 in the chat if it's Brooke and Cheyenne, and then we'll pick up on the next review.
All right. So let me hop down and let you guys end your show.
Thank you so much, Cindy.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. And we'll see what we can get past. We know it's gonna get wild because I was like, what's happening? You know, Jen is so bougie. She's probably gonna be like, oh my God, but then she, dipped it down low herself because she was the one in white.
Too, yeah.
Yeah, she was the one in white. I was like, okay, Jen. Okay, anywho. All right, good night, you guys. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Love you, Cindy.
Love you.
Y'all put your bees in the champagne flutes in the comments for Cindy. She did the heavy lifting today. I said I wasn't doing it. And God bless her and her soul because she was trying. My God. So put your bees in the champagne flutes.
What about me?
To the chat for Cindy. I said she was doing the heavy lifting. You were being yourself.
I did it. Okay, fine.
You did what?
Nothing.
Yeah, you were being yourself.
I'm trying to be underappreciated, but it's fine.
You're underappreciated? What part of you
feels like it?
Who was saying that you're not appreciated?
I love me some Cindy.
So I can't give props to Cindy. I started off the show saying, why can't she be here?
But I feel like she had a hard time with me today or something.
She did. I don't know, y'all. Put it in the comments. Do y'all feel like
anybody's on my channel? Like we know that me and Cindy, we go back and forth, but it's in love. We do all the time.
I didn't say it wasn't in love. I never said
it. Have a hard time. This is normal for us, so it's not a hard time.
Okay. Well, it was great to watch. And why did you think you feel like I was gaslighting you?
Because you were.
How was that? What was the?
What's up with that later? Because I just don't know.
What's the definition of gaslight and what part of did I gaslight?
I don't even right now. I can remember why I even said that right now.
You were saying this. Oh, I can remember because I'm thinking I'm not a gaslighter. I say what I want to say. I don't insinuate, and I'm not.
What did you say at that time when I said that? Then
it was when she was trying to showcase an example of. It doesn't matter what Brandi says, you're going to defend. And then when they brought up the cookbook, you said, well, how was it bad? What were the numbers?
Because
Can I finish what I'm saying? Can I finish what I'm saying? You just learned today in today's episode that maybe if I let them finish talking, maybe
I did not
agree.
I did not learn that today. So I'm not going to go with that.
So then she said, okay, well, what if we bring up her acting career? You said, well, we haven't seen her acting career yet. She hasn't been acting yet. So you did exactly what she was saying.
When it comes to Brandi, I always do this every time it comes to Brandi. It feels like she has no grace with anybody.
And that's okay. That's okay for you to feel that way.
It's okay for you, and it's fine.
And no, I'm saying it's okay for you to feel that way, but that's not what we're talking about.
But you also your actions show that though.
How am I gas? No. What do you know what we're talking about right now?
Relationship.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you remember what the question was?
Anybody else?
Do you remember what the question was? Do you remember what the question was?
About me, about you gaslighting me.
And so, how am I gaslighting you?
Because you said
you defend if Cindy says that every time someone brings up something, you're going to defend her,
me too.
and then you defend her. How am I gaslighting her? You said what?
I don't defend her when it comes to Brandi.
Different Brandi? Yes, you do.
She could tell you that I don't.
That you don't defend Brandi?
No, no, I'm saying y'all are gaslighting me when it comes to Brandi.
Saying what? What part's the gaslight?
Because to me, it feels like you guys have an opinion about Brandi because of the marriage she has.
I love Brandi, and I don't have an opinion about her marriage.
I feel like sometimes you do. I feel like you're like you're what is the word I'm looking for? Like pick and go. Is that not the word I'm looking for though?
Okay, I get what you're trying to say, but like, where's the gaslight to you?
Like you will.
Where's the gaslight to you?
Me, I feel like a lot of times, and people don't like my opinion about it. I really don't care.
That's fair. That's fair.
But my thing is this: when it comes to Brandi, for me, I feel like she's been treated really bad when it comes to basketball wives.
And I get that. I understand that. I'm trying to understand how I gaslight you.
She chose to go back to that man. And one, if y'all like Malaysian, you should love the fact that she went back because she didn't want to talk to go back into that relationship.
That's true, and that's her decision. That's how I want to know how I gaslight you.
Now everything her life is like, oh, you went to that man who cheated on you. Oh, but you with 300 women. Oh, you was yelling like.
I get that. I can understand the frustration that you may feel. I can understand.
Where does she get to be Brandi as an individual without Jason cheating on her?
I think this is her. That's part of her life and her story. Unfortunately,
it's not her story. That's her.
It is her story.
Brandi.
If she wrote a book about her life, it will be a part of it.
So as long as she's married to Jason, she's gonna be Brandi, who got cheated on by Jason.
I mean, maybe so, but that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, how do I gaslight you?
Because when I bring up Brandi, y'all bring up the same stuff that I'm saying that I feel like they gaslight her on the show.
How is that a gaslight?
Because if I say, oh, I thought Brandi was great. Oh, but Jason cheated on her for 300 women.
Yeah, how is that a gaslight?
The gaslight is me saying Brandi, like, here comes the gas. Now, but he cheated on her. You lighten it up. That's gaslighting.
No, gaslighting is when you make someone think that something's happening that's actually not happening.
Well, okay, that's the same thing. The same thing. So if I say Brandi, y'all saying that he cheated on her. Y'all feel
he did.
Cheated on her.
That's a fact.
Even when Evelyn said it on these episodes, they're still saying, "Well, I don't know." It's gaslighting.
How was that gaslighting when he has said?
Because they're still saying that he's still cheating on her.
No, we're not sure if he has. That's a question.
It doesn't matter. That still lights a fire underneath her to understand. Let me look it up so I can look it up.
Yes, because I think you're misinterpreting gaslighting for people bringing up negative or frustrations about
igniting a situation.
That's not gaslighting.
Let me look it up. Gaslighting is a type of emotion. Let me make sure this is right. Okay, gaslighting is a type of emotional abuse that involves psychological manipulation to make a victim question their own thoughts. That's what I'm.
No one's making you.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Yes, you.
Feelings and reality.
What are we making you question?
So let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
So when you say, okay, well, Jason cheated on you. Well, that was years ago, but now you're breaking up the fact that he did cheat on you.
Yes.
You're making her think that, you know what, he might be still cheating on you. And the reality is that he still cheats on you. They all said this within the last 2 episodes.
We're not talking about her to them. You said that I gaslit you. How did I gaslight you?
Because you're making me feel like he's cheating on her.
How?
Because you believe what they're saying.
No, I'm saying that there is a possibility.
Okay, and it says manipulation or make a victim question. Make me question
her reality.
My own thoughts.
Okay. I'm not making you question anything.
So that's gaslighting.
Am I telling you that what you believe is wrong?
It doesn't say that you're telling me. It says that you're making me question my own thoughts, my feelings, and my reality.
So you feel as if because I said
it's gaslighting.
I'm asking you a question. I'm making sure that because it's not gaslighting and you don't understand the term well. I'm telling you.
No, the term is very
because are you gaslighting me right now? Because now you're making me think something?
No, you're actually telling me what you believe.
No, you're telling me that I'm gaslighting you, and I don't think so. And now is that gaslighting?
Told me that
is that gaslighting?
Her, right?
Is that gaslighting?
Did you tell me that you feel like he's still cheating on her?
I said he may be.
So does that make me question that?
I don't know what your thoughts are.
I told you that you weren't.
So now you
do know that.
Because I said that he may possibly be cheating on her. I'm just making sure. I'm making sure that I'm understanding. I said that he may be cheating on her. Now you're questioning if he's cheating on her.
Because you're saying that he is
Because
First,
now
it's
you're
he's
thinking,
not.
oh my God, what if he is cheating on her?
Then you're not gaslighting me to give me facts. He's cheating on her.
I don't know if he's cheating on her.
Then this is manipulation, and it's making me question
What part did I manipulate you in? I said he baby.
Or you make me question it?
I don't know if you're questioning it.
I told you that you were.
I'm not telling you to question.
But you are making me question what you're saying. Let's get out of here.
Y'all, if y'all want to find SoDub, let him tell you where he is.
I'm everywhere, SoDub.
Y'all, I can't deal with him. I don't understand.
I'm everywhere, SoDub, and on social media. Subscribe to all my channels.
I have 3 degrees, and I had to deal with this, y'all. I let you be up by yourself.
You did not. You kept cutting me off.
Oh, go ahead.
You can find me everywhere, SoDub in there. I feel like it's very important. Busy can have 3,000 degrees. There are people who only have no degrees, and a person that's gaslighting you. I'm not saying Busy's gaslighting me on purpose. I'm saying like it does feel like gaslighting sometimes when it comes to Brandi all the time. I will always defend Brandi all the time because I feel like it's unfair for people to come to her about her marriage all the time and make her question, because we don't know what happens when people are saying things about her, question her marriage. So outside of that, find me here at SoDub everywhere on social media, YouTube, Twitter, or X now, and Instagram. Go ahead.
Y'all. Y'all can find me everywhere. BusyBlu, no space, no E. I don't think this is true. You can't make what from what I heard, and this is just what I heard. From what I heard, because of my opinion or thought, if he starts to then question his thoughts, I'm gaslighting him. That's what I heard. Because if I have an opinion that makes him question his thought, that to him feels like gaslighting. I've never heard of that before, but I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm going to let him have it. Y'all, you can find me. Google it. Yeah, and he says Google it, you all. We have the definition right here. He feels convicted in what he feels like gaslighting is. If he reads an article and that person makes him think, I don't know, Eva. This is not my circus.
I'm extremely emotional. I'm a Virgo. I can't help it. And it's Virgo season.
Look, let him get to his man and gaslight that. I'm gonna stay on, but thank you so much, SoDub. If you all, because I actually want to talk about gaslighting in this term and the correct use of it. Well, no, I want to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it on my own channel. It seems like you already have yours, and I needed to actually go through like terms of what because someone having an opinion is not gaslighting.
But okay, so can we just do this real quick, and then you can do it by yourself? Let me just share this what it says.
Somebody put the definition that you said in the comments.
But I just want to share what it says.
Isn't this what you read?
Because gaslight is a type of emotional abuse that involves psychological manipulation to make the person question their own thoughts, feelings, and reality. To me, this is to me.
I understand.
I understand why you feel like you want to do it by yourself. But I just want to give my clear explanation to this when it comes to Brandi.
Yes.
I feel like the entire time that we've been watching this, and like me and Brandi,
Cindy.
Me and Cindy have been going back and forth about this. I feel like it's very unfair for people to keep giving her
having opinions about negative
because she went back to her man or husband after they cheated on her.
And that is okay. And no one is telling you that you had to not have that. I think what I felt like Cindy was trying to clarify is the fact that everyone slings mud at everyone, and everyone can have.
And I understand that, but then why do we trump Brandy's trauma?
I don't think anybody's trumping it. Why do you think it's trumped?
Because when it comes down to this, so how many times have we talked about anybody else's relationship when it comes to cheating, like Brandy's?
That's what we have on her.
So we have a lot more than that. We do.
But
maybe you don't. I mean,
the
thing I don't know. Maybe you don't know
that. The thing that's gonna sting, or at least the thing that we know we will receive a reaction about, is the cheating. Just as mad as you get, that's as mad as she gets. So if you know how to make a person mad, if y'all in an argument, you go to the thing that's going to make them upset.
I can see that. You
wouldn't go to something that's not going to make them upset because you are in a fight with them.
Oh,
you would immediately go to, we love SoBusy. I think he's an amazing person. But you would immediately go to what's going to make them mad. I think
the reason why I fight so hard for this is because
you've also experienced this.
Yes, and I feel like I've been gaslighted before, and I feel like the person that I'm watching on this show, I really relate with because it means a lot to me. Like Brandy, first of all, I think Brandy is so beautiful.
Agreed.
Like if I was a heterosexual man, I would want a woman.
Yeah, her husband is crazy for cheating on her that many times.
Huh?
I said, I think her husband's crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
For cheating on her that many times.
But two, I just feel like let's not keep driving down to the ground because I feel like
if that's what she's going to continue allow to hurt her, that's what people are going to continue to use.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Yes, go ahead.
I feel like don't tear no black woman apart like this because I feel like it does. I feel like, and that's why I said this earlier today. I said, I feel like Brandy's getting a thicker skin.
Well, okay, but then let the people keep kicking.
So now, I could let it ride, because I feel like she's getting thicker skin.
Okay.
Before I feel like it was kind of tearing her apart.
Yeah.
But I see Brandy in a different light now, so let it ride. I'm
good for her. So then, let the people keep tearing down her marriage. Then she'll get thicker.
But does that mean this hurt? But does that mean her marriage tearing apart? No. And I just don't feel that way. I feel like people can go through bad things in relationships, especially being I'm married for a very long time. I've been through one. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean what people perceive your relationship as. That's what it's as. So,
and I agree with you 100%. But if the only thing that's gonna hurt me is my marriage and being cheated on, I'm not gonna be upset. Well, I'm sorry, I am gonna be upset. Because I'm a Pisces. I feel all the emotions in the room. I'm going to be upset if somebody brings up something that they know is going to irk me. But they're bringing up things. If you're in a battle with words, you bring up what you know is going to hurt them, which is why it's always so frustrating when people look at Giselle, because you could talk about everything and she is unbothered.
She's like, she's unbothered.
Yeah, but with Brandy, she is bothered.
But she's
so once Brandy becomes unbothered, then they won't have anything else to bring up. But she keeps being bothered.
But I feel like she's...
And as long as she's bothered, I'm going to bring it up. If you say, oh, you are black broke, you are a black broke fag, I'll be like, you know what? Hey, you've been cheating on 300 times. Now go call your husband, cry about it. As long as she's going to be bothered about it, people are going to bring it up. Once she gets Giselle's skin, then she'll say, I have no response.
But Giselle's a Virgo, though. That's different.
Why? Because you just got very emotional about it.
Brandy's a Gemini. So she's never. You've talked to me about I could give a flying frog's fat ass about my shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that. You have never talked to me where I've been emotional about my shit.
Well, that's not true. But give
me one time that I have.
Not one time. I can. If I think about it right now, just one number 30. This is not going into details.
Text it to me.
Each time?
Give me one time.
The last time.
Text it to me one time.
Okay. No, I was about to say something. I was like, you get emotional.
I get emotional when people that I'm in love.
You cry.
I don't care what you talk about my relationship was about, though.
No. Well, that's not true too. We just had that conversation.
I was emotional about it.
Yes, and saddened.
Well,
it was a dark cloud. It was a black cloud. I'm never gonna be able to. You were emotional and saddened.
Oh, okay. Wait. That is. I did do that.
And that was just 2 weeks ago. And I've known you for years.
But I was just being. I was so exaggerating.
You get emotional.
Nah.
We won't go into it. We on the internet still. Thank y'all so much for coming into this live. We will talk to y'all later.
No, I can say that that's true, but I also know, like, I mean, he's still here, so that doesn't really matter. That I did that because I wanted my friends to talk to me, like, take me out of my space.
See y'all later. Thank y'all so much.